The Cards have done it. They're going to Super Bowl 43.
This season's Arizona Cardinals are one of the most unlikely stories of the sports year. Even more unlikely is their leader. At 37, Kurt Warner now is trying to become the first starting quarterback ever to lead two different teams to the Super Bowl and win. He's defied the odds this season, but he's done that before. An undrafted free agent from Northern Iowa, Warner tried out but failed to make the Packers. He then took the best job he could find.
I took a job stocking shelves in a grocery store, just as a means of making some money until something else came around.
What came around was an offer from the Iowa Barnstormers in the Arena League. Warner spent 3 seasons there before convincing the Rams to give him a tryout.
Probably had the worst workout of my life. I called my wife and my family and pretty much told them that I'd probably blown my last opportunity to play in the NFL.
His workout was better than he thought it was, believe me, or he wouldn't have signed him.
Vermeil's endorsement hardly ensured a roster spot. After a spring with NFL Europe, Warner returned to training camp and was nearly cut again.
It was close. It came down between him and another player, and at that time I exercised my 51% vote, and we kept him.
He said, "Congratulations," and he just looked at me and said, "You know, I don't know what it was, but I just felt like there was something special about you."
Still, Warner found himself buried on the depth chart in 1998 and in 1999. That was the year the Rams traded for running back Marshall Faulk, drafted wide receiver Torrey Holt, and landed quarterback Trent Green.
We feel like we're going to be a pretty decent team. Maybe make the playoffs, possibly contend for the NFC West. But Trent goes down.
We got Trent Green down.
Kurt Warner, a capable backup, but certainly not where Trent Green is.
The mindset was basically, okay, we've lost our starting quarterback. We're not sure who this guy is. We're number 13.
The players had to believe in Kurt Warner, and it starts with the boss believing in him. I remember saying,
"We will rally around Kurt Warner, and we'll play good football."
I don't think anybody had any aspirations that we would be able to accomplish what we did.
The offense became very good. It was scary good.
Scans the secondary, throws the end zone, touchdown Rams!
What a pass by Kurt Warner, the first quarterback in NFL history with 3 touchdown passes in each of his first 3 starts.
big plays started coming, and a ball thrown short goes a distance. A ball thrown deep goes a distance.
Warner throws down the middle. He's got a team! Touchdown, St. Louis!
I really felt we were something special.
The team won its first championship since 1951, with Warner earning his first of 2 league MVP awards. In 2001, he led the Rams to another Super Bowl, but the following year, Warner and the franchise were hit hard.
2002 was just an iffy year. We had lost some players to free agency, and then you think about Kurt and what happened with him. Hurt his thumb, hurt his hand, and from that point forward, lost his grip on the football, which in turn lost his grip on his job.
As a starter, I think I was 0-6. Watched all those games and said, okay, what didn't I do as well? I didn't feel like I just, lost my ability to process the game overnight.
Unfortunately, the Rams did. After fumbling 6 times in the 2003 season opener, Warner was benched in favor of Mark Bulger, and after the season, he was released. In 2004, the Giants signed Warner, where he started only 9 games before again losing his job, this time to a young Eli Manning.
I think in this business, sometimes the speed bump is everyone else's perspective. That I think when I first came into the league, there was that perception. Well, here's a guy from the Arena League. Here's a guy that was stocking groceries. I mean, come on. I think a perspective like that came back. Like, okay, it was a great run, but he's done and he's, it's over. And that was, I think, the biggest hurdle that I had to overcome.
Warner's road to renewal began in 2005 when he signed as a backup with Arizona. In 2006, he started the first 4 games for the Cardinals, but was benched yet again for a younger player, their number 1 pick, Matt Leinart.
Being the starter and then, being placed in the backup role, knowing my age, knowing all those things that people talk about in the NFL, you just start to wonder, am I ever going to get a chance?
But that chance came in early October 2007 when Leinart went down.
He got drilled, and Leinart banged up. He's going to have to leave the game.
And as he did nearly a decade before in St. Louis, Warner capitalized on the opportunity and won a starting job in 2008.
Throws into the end zone, caught, touchdown!
Now, entering his 3rd Super Bowl, Warner is playing like the MVP he twice has been.
Now Warner going deep, airing it out, middle of the field. Fitz is there, he caught it at the 10, at the 5, touchdown! What a throw by Kurt Warner.
I'm definitely proud of what we accomplished and what I accomplished this year, and the fact that nobody expected it.
I really believe Kurt Warner is writing, chapter by chapter by chapter, the best pure quarterback story in the history of the National Football League.
Not just one obstacle of getting into the NFL, but two obstacles of becoming a success, kind of sort of failing, and then taking a team that nobody ever thought would ever see the lights of the Super Bowl to the Super Bowl. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, except for winning the Super Bowl.